Where does your money really go? You just bought a $5 coffee. You tapped your card, it said approved in about 2 seconds, and you walked away. Simple, right? Except in those 2 seconds, a secret race just happened between 4 different companies, and every single one of them took a cut of your $5 before that coffee shop saw a cent. You paid $5. The shop got about $4.85. So, where did the rest go? Last time, we followed how the dollar was born and who controls it. Today, we go smaller and way more personal. We follow one payment from your phone to the store and watch who skims money off the top at every step. By the end, you'll never look at that little tap the same way again. Here's the thing that blows people's minds. When you tap your card, you're not paying the store. Not directly. Your money runs a relay race between 4 players. Each one has a job, and each one has a price. Player 1, you, the cardholder. Player 2, your bank, the one that issued your card. In the industry, they call it the issuer. Player 3, the store's bank, the one that collects the money for the shop. That's called the acquirer or processor. And player 4, the quiet boss of the whole thing, the network. Visa, Mastercard, the name printed on your card. 4 players, 2 seconds. Let's hit play in slow motion. Step 1, you tap. The card reader grabs your card info and hands it to the store's bank, the acquirer. Step 2, the acquirer doesn't know if you're good for it, so it asks the network, Visa or Mastercard, to carry the message. The network is basically the highway. It doesn't hold your money, it directs traffic. Step 3, the network pings your bank, the issuer, and asks the only question that matters. Does this person actually have $5? Your bank check says yes, and puts a hold on it. Step 4, that yes races all the way back down the chain to the terminal, and the screen lights up. Approved. All of that, the entire round trip, happened in the time it took you to pull your hand back. But approving the payment is the easy part. The real story is the money that gets quietly skimmed on the way. Every time that relay runs, the store gets charged a fee. It's called the interchange fee, or, as merchants angrily call it, the swipe fee. On a typical credit card, it's roughly 2 to 3% of the purchase, plus a few cents. 2% sounds tiny. It is not. On your $5 coffee, it's about 15 cents. But zoom out. In 2024, U.S. businesses paid over $111 billion in credit card swipe fees. Add debit, and it's closer to $190 billion a year. That is not a typo. Billion, with a B, skimmed off the top of everyday purchases. So that 15 cents, who actually pockets it? Because it is not split evenly. And the biggest winner is the one you'd least expect. Split that swipe fee 3 ways. The biggest slice, by far, goes to your bank, the issuer. Why them? Because they took the risk of fronting the money and they run the rewards program. Roughly 70 to 80% of the fee lands with your bank. The store's bank, the processor, takes a modest cut for handling the plumbing. And the network, Visa or Mastercard, takes what looks like the smallest slice per swipe, just a sliver of a percent. But here's the trick. That tiny network slice is charged on every card transaction in almost the entire country. Visa and Mastercard together run over 80% of U.S. card payments. A sliver of a percent times trillions of dollars becomes one of the most profitable business models ever created. They don't lend you a dime. They don't take on your credit risk. They just own the highway and charge a toll on every car. Now comes the plot twist that makes people mad. Where do you think your cashback and airline points come from? Generosity? No, they are funded by that swipe fee. Your bank takes its cut and hands a piece back to you as rewards to keep you swiping. The more you spend, the more they collect. The more they collect, the more they sprinkle back. You're being paid with a slice of a fee you're also paying. But it gets sharper. The store can't eat that fee forever, so what do? They raise prices for everyone, which means the person paying cash with no points, no rewards, and no fancy card is quietly helping pay for your airline miles. Studies have shown it for years. Rewards cards effectively move money from lower-income cash users to higher-income cardholders. The free points were never free. Somebody paid. It just wasn't the bank. Stores have been furious about this for decades. Swipe fees are one of their biggest costs after payroll. So they sued. And in late 2025, after nearly 20 years of fighting, Visa and Mastercard agreed to a massive settlement to lower those fees slightly and let stores steer you toward cheaper ways to pay. Now, is that a win? Depends who you ask. Merchants say it barely dents a system rigged in the network's favor. The networks say swipe fees pay for fraud protection, instant approvals, and the convenience you enjoy every day. And honestly, both have a point. That 2-second approved screen and your zero liability fraud protection are not magic. Someone builds that system, someone funds it, someone keeps it safe. The real question is not whether the service has value. The real question is whether the price is set by real competition or by two companies that control the whole road. Now step back and look at the whole picture. Every coffee, every tank of gas, every online checkout, every grocery run. A small toll is skimmed and split between your bank and a network you never chose. It is not a tax the government charges. It is a private toll on the act of spending money. And it is designed to be invisible, because the moment you actually feel it, you might start asking why it's there. That is the genius and the catch of the whole system. The smoother it feels, the less you notice what it costs. So how do you play it smart? If you pay your balance in full every month, a good rewards card can genuinely tip the system slightly back in your favor. You collect the points instead of subsidizing someone else's. But if you carry a balance, interest rates around 20+% wipe out every reward instantly. And now, you're the one funding the whole machine. The system rewards the disciplined and quietly taxes everyone else. Which side you're on mostly comes down to how you use it. So now you know where your money really goes in those 2 invisible seconds, and which quiet player owns the road. If this changed how you see that little tap, subscribe, because in the next episode, I'm breaking down the one everybody requests, the 2008 crash, how the whole financial system almost took the entire economy down with it. And tell me in the comments, after learning all this, are you team card or team cash? I'm reading every reply. See you in the next one.